Hi guys, and welcome. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Just make sure everything's up and working before we get started. All right, so give us a shout out in the comments and say hi. Hi Sarah, how are you? And let me know where you're watching from, guys. Hi Samantha, welcome. Kavita, beautiful. Welcome guys, happy Monday. Hope you're all going well out there. Just give these cards a shuffle and we'll wait for a few more people to jump on. Hi Mel. Oh, here we go. Lots of people on. Samantha, Sophie, Scott, Helen, Justine, Mama G, Laura, Maria. Oh, California. All the way from California. Hi Arnold. Welcome guys. Just give it a few more minutes. We'll give the cards a good shuffle, a bit of a cleanse. I just lit my candle. You can probably just see it in the corner here. And the flame, no joke, was about that big when I lit it. I was like, oh, don't know if I can have that sitting there for an hour. Set my house on fire. Right. Give these a good shuffle. Hope you all had a happy Monday. Montreal, awesome. Love it when people from all the way across the other side of the world are on. It's so amazing. 3:30 a.m. Maria. I'm able to sleep. Too much on my mind. Far out, girl. That's not good. Okay, guys. Let's get this sage happening. Cleanse away anything that we don't want to bring into our beautiful space tonight. Try and light this sucker up. And new moon, guys, happy new moon in Aries. She's a doozy. First new moon for the zodiac year in Aries. So she's super fiery and potent, ready to get stuff started. So over the next couple of days, as the moon begins to slowly increase in size, as she turns crescent again, really amazing opportunity to manifest for the next year ahead especially. Because, yeah, very, very potent energy. And we've got lots of different aspects going on as well with Venus and also the moon squaring Pluto at the moment. So really great time for emotional transformation. And we've also got the moon conjunct the dwarf planet Eris as well, which is really about going deep within and looking at aspects of yourself that you don't love so much. So astrologically, there's heaps going on at the moment. What's going on with my cards? My cards are all over the shop. Let me just get straightened out while I do a little intro. Welcome guys, my name is Hayley. I am Higher Path Healing. Normally my Monday night shows are with the lovely Jessica Brown, the Energy Muse. But Jess, I don't know if you've seen the news, is in Geraldton and they got smashed by a cyclone last night and she's been without power and I'm guessing the phone lines are down all day because she's been completely missing in action today. So shout out to Jess who, yeah, I hope everything's okay in Geraldton, but the entire city's without power at the moment and has been for nearly 24 hours now. So hopefully they'll get that resolved soon. And you can catch Jess on Thursday nights for her show, The Awakened Muse as well. So big shout out, big props, big love to Jess and everyone affected by the cyclone in Geraldton and Kalbarri. And all the way up the Midwest there as well, Coral Bay, because, yeah, pretty devastating stuff. It's been full on. In Perth, we're very lucky. We just managed to get some decent rainfall, which is very welcome. But, yeah, lots of devastation around the place as well, guys. So, yes, there we go. I didn't even finish my intro there, guys. I got distracted. I'm Hayley. I am Higher Path Healing. Please check out my website, higherpathhealing.com.au, for information on my services and to book online. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I dabble in astrology as well. That's a lifelong learning curve for me. So I incorporate astrology into my tarot readings and also dabble a bit in natal chart and aspect and forecasting readings. I am also an intuitive energy healer. I'm a kinesiologist, sound healer, Reiki master. I'm a Tantra practitioner. And what else am I? I've missed something. You get the idea. All my services that I offer are on my website, so please check that out. And in my description, I've got links to all my socials, so please head over and follow me as well. I love to do little 15-second daily updates as well, so they're really fun to follow along with the energy that's happening as well. Okay, so hi everyone, and I am streaming to a few different locations, guys, so if you can't see the comments, that's just because that's streaming to a different location as well. So welcome, guys. Please keep your questions short, sweet and direct if you can, and nothing too heavy and serious because these are mini readings. I'm just pulling a few cards. We don't have the time or energetic space to go really deep into the really deep-seated issues, so please keep that in mind as well. So welcome, guys. Thank you for coming. Okay, and the way that I work, guys, I do just scroll up and down the feed and choose one that pops out at me. So I don't go in any particular order. So please don't get offended if I don't choose you, because there's always a lot of people on at the moment. We've got over 50 people on at the moment. And please feel free to share this live as well, guys. Share the love. Okay. I feel like I've already done an hour of talking now. That's the most I've spoken all day. Okay, who have we got? We'll start with you, Maria. Would love a reading, please, if you are drawn. Okay, guys, and if I do read for you, please give a bit of feedback in the comments as well, because often just a little bit of confirmation helps me go heaps deeper into the energy, and you often get additional messages as well. So there we go. Let's give these a good shuffle, and I'm just going to pull a couple of general cards for Maria to see what's showing up now. And I'm throwing my cards all over the shop. I feel so ungrounded at the moment. Not sure if that's your energy, Maria, or if it's the group collectively. I feel quite jittery. Ooh, okay. So Maria said, thank you so much. You're welcome. And I've got a jumper, so I'm going to take that. I've got two jumpers. I'm going to honour both of those cards for you, Maria, because it seems like they really want to come out. The first card we've got is the Seven of Cups. So this is about options and choices and really assessing what it is that you want. Sometimes this can kind of dabble into illusion a little bit, because you can have all these ideas floating around in your head and you're not really sure which one to ground into reality and which one to choose, which one's even a viable option, because it might only be an option up here, but it might not be grounded in reality yet. And the next card that's come up is the Ten of Cups. So you've got two cups energies here. So there's a lot of emotional energy here. And the Ten of Cups is a card of completion and emotional fulfillment. So it's like you're kind of searching for that. This is a card of happy family. So I'm not sure if you've got a family at the moment and you're kind of striving for that real happy place within your family unit, or if you're kind of looking out to find ways to bring that contentment and that emotional satisfaction into your life there, Maria. But these are beautiful, gentle energies. I would just say with this Seven of Cups energy, just to really keep a check on your thoughts around what's happening in your life, and make sure that it is grounded in reality, not grounded in illusion. So that's all that I would say about that, because under these cups there's all sorts of things. There's some dodgy stuff like snakes and dragons, and then there's some really beautiful things as well. So yeah, the world's your oyster. You've kind of got a lot to choose from, but as I said, just make sure it's grounded in that reality, and this is that really beautiful energy that I feel like you're working towards with that, Maria. So I hope that makes sense to you, my dear. My son is going to propose to his girlfriend on Sunday, even though no one in our family likes her. How interesting. Okay, I'm worried because she's definitely a snake. Well, Maria, I'm sorry to say, even if she is a snake, my dear, if your son is going down that path, you've got to let it go, girl. You've got to just find that acceptance. And I really hope that works out for the best or for the highest good of your son, because he's chosen her for a reason, right? There might be some serious contracts in place there. I might just pull one extra card around that energy, Maria, because this is actually beautiful energy here, this Ten of Cups card. So let's just pull a card for a bit of guidance around that. Okay, we've got a third cups card, okay, so lots of emotional stuff, but then this is that flip side of that coin. This is that disappointment and that feeling of emotional loss there. Okay, Maria, so it's just kind of really sitting with that, because the thing to remember about these cups, with this 5 of cups, is that some cups have spilt, but you don't always need to focus on that loss. So all I would say is just be there as a support for your son. He's on his own journey. Just observe the energy and keep an open heart. Easy said than done, I know, if it's someone you love making poor choices, but it's his choice to make. So all the best with that, and I do really hope it works out for the best there, Maria. They're about to break up last month, and all of a sudden he went and bought the ring. Oh dear. Oh dear. Moving pretty fast. Young love, hey? All the best, Maria. Sending you my love and your family my love. Sending love to the highest possible outcome there. Okay. Sticky situation, hey? All right, let's see who we've got next, guys. Let's have a bit of a scroll. Oh, I'm drawn to this one, Nicole. I'd love some guidance on the man I've recently met. Yay, I love a good love reading. Let's have a little look-see. What have we got for Nicole on the man she's recently met? Let's have a look. All right, Nicole. This looks beautiful. Looks pretty promising at the moment. So we've got 2 court cards, so they represent different personalities. The first card, we've got the King of Cups. So I'm guessing that, you know, you're talking about a man and woman aspect, and we've got a king and a queen here. So I can only assume, although court cards can play both ways, that the king is him. So I'm not sure if he is a water sign. He could be a Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces, or he could just be really quite solid and grounded in his emotions. But either way, the King of Cups is that beautiful energy, because it's got that strongness with that softness and that open heart of the Cups energy. And then we've got the Queen of Wands sitting here as well next to the King. So this is a master manifester. It's literally like you've called each other in. He's in meditation with his eyes closed, and then the Queen of Wands is sitting there with that that light coming out of her palms. So it's literally like you've called each other in. So I feel like at this point in time, it is a really beautiful energy, and there is a lot of passion and excitement with this Wands energy as well, and that open heart for the Cups. So I would just sit back and enjoy the ride, to be honest. So he is a Pisces. There you go. He's that beautiful Pisces, that strength with that emotional balance as well. So really beautiful. And what sun sign are you, Nicole? Are you a fire sign? Are you an Aries, Sag or Leo? That would be super interesting. Even if you're not, this is that very fiery, spirited, fun-loving social energy. So it's like your spark's really being ignited here. So that's really, really beautiful. Oh, you're a Libra. That's so nice with the Pisces as well. All about that love and that connection. So yeah, very, very beautiful energy, and I'll just really enjoy that. Just nurture it and just love on it. And don't attach any expectations, just go along for the ride, and that's really lovely. Beautiful. Okay, guys, I'll just have a little drink of your water. Also, thanks so much. You're welcome. Beautiful little love reading. Okay. Okay, so got another Nicole here. May I have a reading, please, on a friendship I'm struggling with? Thank you. Oh, sorry to hear that you're struggling, Nicole, this friendship. Let's see what's on the cards for you, my love. Welcome, guys. If you've just jumped on, please remember to follow, subscribe, and like my socials as well. That would be much appreciated. And please feel free to share. And if you're asking a question, drop your sun sign or your zodiac sign in as well, so I can tune into that energy. That would be awesome. The tarot is so tightly interwoven with astrology. It's got symbology all the way through it, so there's often additional messages to be had in that as well. Okay, Nicole, let's dive into this friendship. Not great straight off the bat, that's all I'm going to say to start. Not great. The first card that we've got up is the Five of Pentacles. So that's the card of feeling isolated, feeling a bit shut out in the cold. So it feels like someone's really closed up their heart, and there's a massive breakdown of communication, and it just feels like there's a massive breakdown of any kind of emotional connection or any kind of joy that's kind of the reason why you were friends in the first place. And the next energy following on from this is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords shows up when someone's not telling the truth. It might be like little white lies, just not giving the full picture, or it could be full-blown deceit, like chronically lying, really toxic stuff. So there's that whole spectrum with that Seven of Swords. But either way, it's like something's really not being seen. And I really feel that with this closed and locked door, that someone is being really shut out, and it feels like it's from the truth. So it feels like not everything is out in the open that it should be, or you might be able to really sense that. So you're kind of withdrawing as you're kind of feeling like something's not quite right, but they're not coming forward and being truthful about it. So I would really give this some space for the moment, because you don't want to be pushing ahead with this energy and trying to get someone to tell the truth if they're not in that space yet, or you don't want to kind of force it, because to me it feels like this needs some space, because if you keep pushing it, it's going to make it worse. And I feel like this is just going to kind of escalate more and more, whereas if you just remove yourself and give it a bit of time and space, that might help a bit more. I got blocked without explanation from my best friend. Okay, well, there's something definitely going on around deceit with this. So yeah, that's a really interesting one. So you've got no idea what happened, got blocked without explanation from my best friend. That's really hard, Nicole. Really, really hard. I'm going to pull one more card around that. Maybe someone else is planting little lies in her ear. She might believe something that's not true about you. So this is literally you being blocked. That's literally her locking the door and the keys off to the side there. So you're feeling shut out. And this is that lies, deception, deceit. So I feel like I've got goosebumps all over just talking about this. She believes something to be true about you, which just is not grounded in reality. That's what I'm getting. Judgment, okay? So this is really calling you to step into your higher purpose and your soul path, okay? Everything happens for a reason, so how you navigate this will really speak volumes. As I said, I would distance yourself from this kind of dynamic at the moment and just observe it. See what plays out and do the healing inner work within, and just really see what's going on within yourself. And I feel like the truth will eventually come to light. I feel like, lies can never sustain themselves for very long, and the truth does have a way of coming out. So really good luck with that. That is a really tricky one. Blocked with no explanation. Unbelievable. But yeah, this is you in your integrity and your power, transforming and letting things go and really rising up to the challenge, because you are bigger than this. And even though it hurts, this is like a big lesson. And I feel like it's going to be a big lesson for her if there's some little voices whispering things in her ear that might not be truthful. Okay, so all the best with that, Nicole. That's a really, really hairy one to deal with. Okay, let's have a little look. Thank you so much, because yes, it does hurt. It would. And those cards, like that Five of Pentacles to start, feels very, very, very heavy. So yeah, I'm really sorry you're going through that. That's really tough. Okay, guys, let's have a little scroll. Okay, let's go with Karen. Welcome, Karen. I'm a Libra. Could I please have a reading? General reading would be fine. I would love to give feedback. Okay, perfect. Let's have a look for Karen, general reading. Okay, Karen, welcome. Don't forget, guys, to like, follow, subscribe to my socials, and please check out my website if you would like to book in a reading with me. Okay, Karen, let's have a look to see what's on the cards for you, my love. Oh, we've got the Seven of Cups for the second time so far tonight. First card we've got is the Knight of Wands. So it feels like you're in quite a joyous time at the moment, or you're really looking to find that joy and to cultivate it. You can see the big smile on her face as she's banging away on this drum, and that horse in the background running free. So this really has that sense of freedom around it, and it's also very creative. It's a card of, you know, creative expression and really honor. Are you still with me, guys? Am I back? I don't know what happened then. Can you hear me? Is it back, guys? Yay, back. Thanks, Brendan. I can hear you. I don't know what happened with the sound there, guys. It was yapping away and then it just cut out. But we're back. Beautiful. Okay, Karen, did you hear any of my spiel just then? I'm not quite sure exactly when it cut out. Okay, so someone said the whole reading. Okay, sorry, Karen. All right, so I'll give you that little spiel again. I've still got the cards in front of me. Something's not wanting me to hear readings. This makes the third time this year that when I get a reading, sound goes out. How interesting, Karen. I've still got the cards here, so I'll just give you a quick rundown what I said in a recap. Okay, so the Knight of Wands was the first energy that came out. So this is really calling you to harness your energy and channel it into something specific, because this is coupled with the Seven of Cups, which is all about heaps of different options, but you could kind of get lost dabbling in bit of this, bit of that, and really not harnessing and channeling your energy into something specific. So this Knight of Wands energy wants to create, wants to manifest, it wants to put all of its love and energy and efforts into something to get results. Whereas if you get stuck in this energy of uncertainty and kind of, just fluffing around, you're not really going to get results. So I would really, from tomorrow onwards, use the energy of this new moon to cultivate that, because that's this fire energy. This is that Aries energy of wanting to ignite and start something new. So set yourself a specific goal and go for it, because you've got a lot of potential to create here. Okay, and just get clear with this Seven of Cups exactly what you would like to achieve. So there we go. I hope you heard that one, Karen. Hope that made sense, my love. Thank you. You're so sweet. You're very welcome. And sorry that sound cut out. How weird. Weird. Tech does some weird stuff when you're messing around with energy sometimes. And it's not even Mercury retro. Thank goodness. Trying to figure out my life purpose. I don't feel fulfilled in anything I do right now. Yeah, and that's that Seven of Cups, kind of feeling like you're floating a little bit without really grabbing it by the, I was going to say something then, that's a bit rude, grabbing it by the horns and really directing that energy. Okay, beautiful. Okay, what have we got next? Glad that sound is working again, guys. What have we got next? Let's have a little looky. Okay, Christy, single mum with 3 kids, would love to see what is sitting around us. Can you just let me know exactly what you mean by that, Christy? Is like an energy that's hanging around you, or you just kind of want a bit of general guidance around that, my dear? Just wondering if you're suspecting that there's an energy or spirit hanging around you. So yeah, let me know. So I know exactly what I'm kind of reading into with that one. Job, love, general. Okay, so just general. Okay, beautiful. Thanks, Christy. Let's have a look. Oh, this is quite beautiful. So the first card we've got for you is the High Priestess. So I'm just going to read this as general, and if it fits one of those areas that you mentioned, fantastic. So the High Priestess is one of the most intuitive cards of the deck. She's very connected to that moon energy because she carries with her the energy of the divine feminine. So she's got that real intuitive strength with her. So it is a really beautiful card for spiritual growth, and you might be feeling a little bit like this energy, it's quite a solo energy. So you might feel a little bit frustrated at times with the pressures and the restrictions that do come with having lots of family responsibilities. I know I often feel that way when I draw the High Priestess card. So it is that card of really trying to, because you are a single mum with 3 kids, trying to navigate that spiritual growth around the restrictions and the, time commitments, all of that stuff. So it's really balancing the intuition with that. And the next card we've got with it is the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is that beautiful nostalgic energy. And to me, this is where the children come in, because this is kind of looking back and reminiscing. So I feel like part of your spiritual journey, as with all parents really, is kind of guiding your children through this process, but it's really kind of accelerating your spiritual growth. So I'm not sure if any of your children are going through some heavy stuff at the moment and you're being a bit of a counsellor, offering a lot of guidance, and you might be in turn reflecting back on your own childhood. And this is forcing you to go deeper within yourself, and it's bringing about more healing. So to me, this feels like a cycle. It feels like with every intuitive increase and kind of every time you go up that spiritual ladder and into growth, it kind of circles back around and you get more inner child healing work, probably as a result of your own children, and then it just keeps feeding into each other. So I feel like you're on a beautiful spiritual journey with your children, which is full of nostalgia and connection and kind of looking back in order to build a beautiful, positive future for you all. So I hope that makes sense. My son has just been diagnosed with ODD. Okay, yep. So this is like a big, obviously it's a big challenge, but it's kind of, you're ready for this. It's like a, how we never have anything given to us that we can't deal with, no matter how hard it is. And I feel like this is really going to elevate you, okay? And it's, I see a lot of guidance coming in where you're helping your son. If you just look at those cards again, there's just so much compassion there and help and guidance coming through. And listen to your intuition as well about what might be best for him, because I feel like that's really going to serve you well and guide you. So I hope that helps, Christy, and all the best for that. Okay. Let's have a little scroll. And Karen says, where do I give feedback? Karen, I did just mean to give feedback in the comments, so I kind of know if I'm on track with the reading. But if you or anyone else would love to leave me a review on my Facebook page, if the reading resonated with you, and if you like what I do, please feel free, because those little reviews go a long, long way to promote my business and my services as well. So thank you for that. So feel free to do that. Thank you, Karen. Okay, just having a bit of a scroll, guys. I want to see, I've got a YouTube watcher here. Hi, Jyoti. I hope I'm saying your name right. Please take mine. Okay, so is this just a general reading for you, Jyoti? Oh, thank you, Karen. Said I really do appreciate your time and energy. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your beautiful comments, so thank you. Okay, Jyoti, please let me know if you're still on, my dear. And let's do a couple of cards. Arlene said, hi, is this a collective reading? It's not. I'm doing individual card pulls, Arlene. However, I will do some group energy at the end. So I never make it to everyone because there's always quite a few people watching. So please do hang around for the group card at the end if you feel drawn. And I always get people to send their intentions, and often the message resonates with many. Okay. Not sure if you're still on, Jyoti, so I'll just do some quick cards for you. We've got the Five of Wands combined with the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of fire energy, and there's it begins with a lot of conflict. So it feels like there might be a lot of different energies kind of crashing around at the moment, and there might be a lot of egos, a lot of opinions. This is really, really Aries energy right here. Because there's so much fire and passion, but that can lead to a lot of reactivity as well, and kind of jumping the gun on things, not really thinking through what we're saying, how we're acting, and that can kind of sabotage us a little bit and sabotage relationships with others as well. So it's just like everyone's shouting over each other at the same time, but there's no really open-hearted, compassionate communication going on. And this, coupled with the Knight of Wands, is kind of taking control of that and bringing your power back and harnessing that energy for something more constructive. So it's really about getting your priorities straight and channeling that energy into something beautiful. So there we go. That was for you, Jyoti. So I hope you're still watching, my dear. There we go. Okay. Let's see who's next. Just drawn to you, Debbie. Debbie's just commented, I really need answers in my life. Is there anything specific you would like answers for, Debbie? Or would you just like me to pull a general card? Please let me know. And guys, please do head over to my website if you're interested in a one-on-one private reading where we can go a lot deeper. I do specialise in all kinds of relationships, whether it be connections with others or connections to your higher self and your soul purpose as well. So please head over and check that out if you would like a bit more guidance around love or other connections in your life. Okay. So Debbie's just said, pull a card. Please, Debbie, come on. Okay, so just a general card for Debbie. Jackie, I can see your comments, my love. Depending on where you're watching, I've got lots of people on the stream, so I might not be able to acknowledge every single one, I'm sorry. Okay, Debbie, the first card, we've got the Chariot. So this is a card of Cancer, and it's also a card of making a decision and kind of sticking with it and charging forward. And with this energy is the Nine of Swords. So I feel like you are in a place of kind of uncertainty and pain at the moment. The Nine of Swords often comes up when we've got repetitive toxic thoughts and we're not really clear on how to get through it. When this energy is here, it feels like we've been in it forever and we're never going to get out of it. But the Nine of Swords is a temporary energy. So I really feel like there might need to be, the Chariot. The thing about the Chariot is that if you're not really clear in what direction it's going, it's going to keep charging ahead anyway. So it's really about taking the reins, taking control of a situation, and sometimes we do need to make a difficult choice, but we need to keep that Chariot on track. Otherwise, it can steer us into something crap, can steer us into rubbish that we don't want. So if you feel like you have steered into something you don't like, you really need to take your control and power back and to do some course correcting, get that Chariot back on track. Because when you're in this energy, it is quite hard to get your power back because these thought cycles that keep repeating themselves. So it's really about you need to control your mind and your thoughts and your perception. And when you've done that, you'll be able to control the Chariot a little bit more and to steer it in a direction that's going to serve you better. Because it feels to me like you've lost a bit of that control and this Chariot's just bumping along any old path and you haven't really managed to harness it properly yet. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, Debbie, and I really hope that you navigate through that well, my dear. Okay. Okay, guys. And Debbie said, thank you, it really makes sense. That's good, my dear. I hope you can manage to get through those swords pretty quickly because it's not a nice energy to be in, is it? Not fun at all. Okay, Michelle. Been single for over 10 years. Can you see what comes up about love for me, please? Okay. Okay, so the first card that's come up, Michelle, is the Five of Cups. So we've already seen this card tonight. So you might still be going through the healing process from previous relationships, which to me would be something that's holding you back from connecting with someone else. And sometimes this can be a blessing, because if we're still holding on to some of that residual pain or trauma or anything that's not going to serve us moving forward, we don't want to keep attracting that energy back in. So I feel like that's kind of where you're at the moment. But after 10 years, it's like, come on, when am I going to get through this? So this is really about kind of releasing that what hasn't worked, and knowing that this is the Five of Cups. A few of the cups have spilled and you've still got a few there that are full. So it's about really just accepting the loss and really finding that contentment within yourself about what's happened, and moving forward with any healing that might still need to be done, any of that residual stuff. I'm really drawn to this cup just behind her hand there, and it's full of beautiful colours. You probably can't see it very clearly just when I'm holding it up, but it's like it's got galaxies inside there. So it's like there's all these beautiful opportunities, and it's kind of just waiting for her to bring in the closure that she needs and turn around and give it some more energy. So I feel like you're at the point where you've recognised that you're ready for something else, but there's still just a bit of that to work through, I'm feeling. The next card we've got is the Page of Swords. So this is a new idea. It's a new perspective. It's a beautiful new approach and new way of looking at things. And if you have been trying to put yourself out there and meet people, I feel like you need a different approach. I feel like you need to try something different, something that you might not thought would have worked. Maybe, I don't know, how they say when you're trying to meet someone, to go to a place where, someone of that mindset would enjoy going, even if it's not really your cup of tea. Just kind of put your feelers out, doing something a little bit differently, I'm feeling. And I feel like just you doing that's going to shift you out of this funk a little bit as well. So I would really reach out and try a few different things there. And I feel like that might really help you along with your healing, just to finish off that last acceptance and release of what hasn't worked from the past there. So I hope that makes sense, Michelle, and good luck with that. I have a guy interested in me. Well, there you go. Maybe he's going to give you a bit of a new perception, a new perspective on things, and he might really be able to kick things along and help with that healing. I like him, but I'm so scared. Well, there you go. What have you got to lose, girl? And that's that Five of Cups energy, that kind of fear about fully being able to accept and release the past and step into the future. So all the best with that, and be brave, because you're never going to know if you don't give it a try, hey? Okay, what else have we got, guys? All right, Julia. So Julia's a Cancer, general family reading. Side note, I believe I have a spirit at home. What can you pick up? Okay, I'll just pull the cards and see what they show. See if there's anything spirity that comes out, or if it will be just general for the family. Might just blow this candle out because it's about to spill wax everywhere. I'm so scared to blow out candles, because the last time I had this candle lit and blew it out, it literally, how's that smoke? It literally just splattered wax all over all my cards, my beautiful antique table, over everything in sight, on my computer camera, everything covered in melted wax. So now I'm actually quite scared of my candles. Don't know what happened that day. Okay, guys, let's have a little look for Julia. Cancer, general family reading. Okay, let's have a look. Oh my God, the Five of Cups has come out again. This is your second card, though. This could be spirit related, actually. We've got the Sun as the first card. So this is that beautiful empowerment, vitality. There's so much joy and happiness in this family. So to me, this is family, 100%. So it feels like you are in a beautiful, light-hearted time at the moment. If you have felt a little bit heavy, I would really just focus on what makes you happy. Put on silly music and dance more, sing more. Just have a bit more fun and be silly with the kids, that kind of energy. It's just really calling you to open your heart to the joy that's around you all of the time. The next card I've got is the Five of Cups. So I'm not sure if this spirit that you're feeling might be hanging around you is a bit of a buzzkill. I don't know if he's dropping the mood, or maybe you're just in a bit of a slump and you might be kind of drawing in these other energies around you, Julia. I'm just going to scroll down a bit to see if you're commenting anything. Okay, so if this is an energy hanging around you at the moment, I feel like this is the antidote, that joy, that laughter, and owning your space, because spirits are not physically able to hang around in our space if we're not vibrationally resonating with something within their field and our field. We're like a magnet to spirits. So we have to be resonating a very, very low density, stuck energy spiritually. There's no way that can stick to someone that's really in their power and vibrating very, very high. They just don't stick. They're completely different vibrations and energies. They have to stick onto something if there's something within our field that resonates with them. So if you do have something that's kind of hanging around a little bit, I've been making the kids listen to old songs. Oh, beautiful. I'm guessing like the old happy, feel-good songs. I torture my kids with that too, and they hate it. So funny. But it's amazing for me, and they have a good laugh. So, yeah, I feel like really owning your space as well. If there's something hanging around, you have to truly want to own your space, take it back and cut ties with it, do some sage, salt your windows, all of that stuff, but energetically is the most important thing. You need to shift yourself out of the vibrational state that's attracted it in the first place if it is something hanging around. But either way, joy's the antidote, the sun's the antidote. Literally open your windows, get some sunshine in, and just enjoy life and find the lightness, and just send the spirit love, send it on its way, and stay high vibe, and nothing can stick to you unless it's a match for that high vibe energy then. So all the best with that, Julia. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that resonates and sticks to you, my dear. Okay, Jess Shipman, can you please offer some insight into how my son will cope next year in school and generally? Thank you. Okay. Let's have a look for Jess and her beautiful son. Blessings to you and Jess. Oh, thank you, Julia. And thanks from Jess too, if she was here tonight. Oh my God, I swear I'm shuffling these. You can see that, right? We've got the Five of Cups again as a second card. That's like the fourth time tonight. To me, that's that big dark moon vibes. It's that real inner work going within happening there. So we've got the Five of Cups mixed with the Hierophant here, Jess. And so the Hierophant, we've got two fives here. Five is the number of transformation. So very, very powerful. And the Hierophant is also the card of Taurus. So I'm not sure if your son is an earth sign or if he's just that very practical, grounded energy there. But to me, this is transformation. So I don't feel like it's going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be super easy at school for him next year, I'm feeling, because this Five of Cups has that loss, disappointment, sadness card, but there's not everything lost. As I've talked about with this card, right behind her hand is a full cup, which looks like it's swirling with a galaxy in there. So it's kind of, this transformational energy needs a shift of focus. It's about not focusing on what hasn't worked. It's about regrouping, accepting what hasn't worked, and looking at all the beautiful new opportunities out there, especially emotionally. So to me, this feels like he might struggle initially to maybe maintain some good friends, or he might kind of struggle to fit in initially, that kind of thing. But it's like there's something better around the corner. So he might not instantly click, and it might not instantly all work out magically for him, but I feel like it's part of the process, and longer term, it's kind of setting him up for something better. And this Hierophant is, you can see the joy on his face. This is like a spiritual ascension and spiritual journey. So I really feel like this will be a transformational experience for him. But at the same time, as I said, it's not going to be immediately easy, completely carefree. So you might need to coach him through it a little bit, or just offer some guidance and support. And I feel like he'll get there, but it might just be a little bit bumpy to start with, Jess. Jess said that makes sense. I'm a Taurus, he's a Leo, said Jess. Okay, so yeah, this could be your beautiful grounding energy, helping him and supporting him through that as well. So yeah, all the best for you and your son. School stuff can be quite tricky. Okay, let's have a little look-see. And Michelle has said from the previous reading, is he worth me trying? I think so, Michelle. I think you need to give it a go. I really do. Touched me deeply, says Michelle. Yeah, give it a go, girl. Be brave, be strong, okay? If you're having massive doubts, you're likely to self-sabotage it. So I would really keep a close check if you're still watching, Michelle. Keep a close check on that within yourself and your potential to self-sabotage it. But really give it a go, okay? And you never know where it might lead. Okay, Amanda, I'm drawn to you, my dear. Gemini, what direction should I take my creative business in? Okay. Let's have a look. I feel like you've got lots of ideas swirling around there already, Amanda. Oh, and Amanda's just commented a more recent one. Gemini, should I keep working alone and will I get more confident? Okay, I'll take that one. Whoopsies. Okay, let's have a look for you, Amanda. Should I keep working alone and will I get more confident? Let's have a look. Have a look into your business. Working alone, will I get more confident? Okay, so I feel like there might be a bit of a change or an upheaval coming, sorry Amanda, but this will work out better in the long run. The first card we've got is the Tower, which is that card of massive destruction and things kind of crumbling down. But the thing about the Tower is it can only destroy what hasn't been built on solid foundations. So I feel like you might be a bit hesitant because there's something that's not quite fitting in the structure of your business. And so it's kind of energetically holding you back a little bit. So I feel like there has to be a bit of an overhaul is the message I'm getting. It's less destruction, but it's more like an overhaul energy. You need to kind of do a bit of unraveling and then piece it back together like a puzzle in a slightly different way that's going to fit better. I've got no idea where that analogy came from. I've never used that before, but I love it. It's amazing for the Tower energy. So I'm going to go with that, Amanda. And the next card we've got is Justice. So it feels like once this happens, these are two major arcana cards, by the way. So I feel like this is definitely part of a massive sequence and cycle of growth for you. And this Justice card is all about that balance and that equilibrium. And it's about doing things that right way with integrity as well. So I really feel like that it might be a bit of a bumpy road for the next I feel like the next few months especially, but then it might slowly improve. And I feel like around the end of the year, things will really get a lot better. But I really feel like, as I said, you need to do a bit of dismantling and reorganising what you're doing in a bit of a different way. So it might feel quite different, but there's something that's really not working on a foundational level that you need to look at and assess, and then has a potential to bring in something different. Now, the Justice card is all about relationships with others and balancing that energy. So I feel like there could possibly be a second party coming into your business later down the track, but I feel like you need to sort this out first. Okay, so I'm not sure if you've got any kind of inkling what this could be or if it's a bit of a surprise, but just keep your eyes peeled and keep an open heart and observe what's happening around you, and I feel like it will make a bit of sense. Okay, Amanda, so I hope that does make some kind of sense there. But yeah, I'd be interested to know what this guy is, because that's quite a full-on energy. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely for the best. Because if something's not working, it can't carry on like that forever, really. So Anna said, hi Hayley, not sure if something weird is happening with comments. I can't see any of the people you've read so far and have been on since the beginning. Not sure if you can see this. Yes, I can see it, Anna. I'm streaming to a few different locations, so the people I'm reading for might be watching from a different page to you. That's all that is, Anna. So Amanda said, wow, balance is a huge part for me. I've stopped taking bookings to rework my format, so completely makes sense. Okay, well, that's it. You're on the right path already, Amanda. You've kind of recognised what hasn't worked and you're sorting it out. So beautiful. You're already in that. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, Susan, can I please get a reading, recent events and future near, what's happening? I'm Susan. Hi, Susan, and I'm a Leo. Okay. Let's have a look for you, Susan, my love. Okay, guys, don't forget to check out my website, healing.com.au, to check out the services I offer as well, and feel free to book in if you feel called as well. Okay, so Susan, recent events, future near, what's happening? Okay. So I feel like you might have itchy feet a little bit here, Susan. The first card we've got is the King of Swords. So it's a bit of a serious energy. The King of Swords is very mentally and intellectually strong and switched on. He can be quite fair and likes to bring about a lot of balance and equilibrium, but he can get a little bit on the serious side, and he can kind of get swept up in his thoughts about things. And so it's really about kind of ensuring that you're using your mind for positive and to actually channel that mental energy into something. And I feel like you're really keen to get out into the world and do things. Obviously, it's literally getting out into the world and traveling has been just impossible for the last year or so. But it feels like you're kind of, chomping at the bit to start something new. This is kind of looking out. This is a very powerful card for manifesting. So it's kind of looking out, going, where am I going? You've got your surfboard, you're ready to get in the water, but you might not quite know how you're going to get there yet. You might not know exactly if you're paddling out to an island or a boat. So it's really about getting clear with what you want, because that King of Swords is amazing at manifesting, and so is this Wands energy. The Wands energy is the passion. So it's like you've got the intellectual energy and inspiration up here, and you've got that fire energy wanting to go out and do something. The only thing that you're missing from this, we've got the water in this card, you're kind of missing that grounding, anchoring down into reality. So if you do have an idea about what you want to do and it's something you want to create, you actually have to get busy putting the steps in place in the physical world to bring it down to earth, to make it something that's going to work materially. Because if we're just thinking about it and we're energetically putting it out there, it's not enough. We have to take those practical, grounded steps to actually put it in place as well. I hope that makes some kind of sense, Susan. But I feel like you do definitely have the potential to create something or go somewhere coming up as well. But to me, it just feels like it's lacking that grounding at the moment. It's lacking that backbone. It's like it's all just ideas and thoughts and inspiration, but you're not really doing anything with it at this point, but the potential is there. So really getting clear about that. That's me overthinking. Anxiety is real here. I need guidance on what to do next. Guidance would be to calm that mind down, okay? Because I feel like even if you had that next step, if your mind's still going a million miles an hour, you're still not going to be really grounded in the reality that you need to be to kind of navigate it well, because you're just going to be up here all the time. So I really feel like you do need to get a handle on that Swords energy, that mental energy, and then everything else will just flow so much more clearly for you. So all the best with that. Okay, guys. Okay, so Justine, I'll draw a quick card for you, my love, and I'm going to do some group cards very soon, guys. So if I haven't got to you, I'm very sorry. Start channeling your intentions to me now, and we'll see if there's a little message in the group card for you coming up. Okay, Justine, I've got a really itchy right knee. I don't know why. I don't know if that means anything to you. The right side is our masculine side, and our knees are all about forward momentum, which now that I'm looking at these cards makes total sense, because we've got the Two of Swords here, which feels like a very stuck, stagnant energy. It feels like there's no forward momentum. So it's about needing to decide which way you're going to go. So once she's made a decision, she can remove that blindfold and keep moving. So it feels like something's been holding you back from making a decision and making a move. And often when we're in that state of indecision, making no decision is energetically more harmful than if we just went for it and chose something to go with, because we can always course correct later. You know, there's very few things in this life that are completely permanent, dead set, no going back. But often when we overthink it, we blow it up bigger in our minds, and we just kind of get in that state of fear or repetitive thoughts, and we get trapped and we feel like we can't move because we don't really know what the outcome of either option is going to be. The next card is Death and Rebirth. So I love, love, love this card. This is about shedding away what hasn't worked. So to me, this is about tied up in the past. So it's about really releasing the past and letting it fall away and birthing a new you. To me, this feels like a very transformational card of stepping into your power, stepping into your potential. And there's like an exploding star through that, whatever that is, that hooded thing that we've got going on there. So it's like an exploding star of potential, like a rebirth here. So I feel like once you get out of your head and can allow this healing and integration, you can choose to move forward and you can make a decision and move forward with grace and power. That's a very, very powerful card there, Justine. So it feels to me like you're on a bit of a journey, and all the best with that, because that's beautiful, beautiful cards. Michelle Louise has said, are we able to re-watch this? Yes. Yes, you can. I think after I end the live, it buffers for a few minutes, and then it will come up. If you're watching from Spiritual Events Directory or Higher Path Healing Facebook, you should be able to watch the replay. Deciding to sell and move house. Yep, so you might feel that bit stuck and trapped, but I feel like whatever direction you go, Justine, it's kind of bigger, better things on the horizon for you there. Okay, guys, so I'll pull a couple of group cards now. So if I haven't read for you, this message might be for you. Beautiful. And I'm going to draw some oracle cards as well, which are beautiful animal totems. Okay. Eight of Cups is the first card. So this is about releasing what hasn't worked, kind of what we just talked about, releasing what hasn't worked and moving on to something. You can see the sun coming up in the background there. So it's like an emotional loss. There is a lot of pain and disappointment that comes with this, but it's about learning when it's time to walk away, when it's time to let things go, so we are able to walk towards the light, to something higher for us. You know, it's our higher purpose, our higher path. Excuse the pun, but so we can walk towards that. You know, the power is within us to be able to release that and to move towards something in higher alignment with us. And the next card we've got is the Queen of Cups. So this is really anchoring into that emotional security. So we've got two different cups energies here, which makes total sense because we have had the new moon today. So it is very highly emotionally charged. Even though the full moon's like the cultivation of that emotional energy, we're in the dark moon phase and we've just ticked over to a new moon. So it's that ultimate darkness. You know, there's no moon to be seen in the sky. It's completely blacked out, being conjunct with the sun at the moment. So it's really, the new moons can be just as emotionally charged as a full moon. But the Queen is really about kind of getting grounded within those emotions and standing in her emotional power. She's nurturing and she's kind and she knows she's solid. She knows she's got this. And to me, that's the 8 is kind of walking away from something. And then that Queen of Cups is once she's reached that sun and she's sitting in the light. She's sitting in her intuitive power and her higher guidance. And we've got the card of the Panther that's come out. Consider who you allow to take your energy and who you give it away to freely. Okay, so that's definitely tied into that 8 of Cups. This is about walking away from people and things that are draining your energy and not serving you. Consider who you allow to take your energy and who you give it away to freely. Okay, so we've all got a limited supply of emotional energy and life force vital energy. We need to make sure we're full before we keep pouring into the cups of others. Okay, guys, so I hope that makes sense, and feel free to follow my socials. All the links are in the video description, and check out my website if you're interested in working one-on-one with me, and I'll be back next week with the beautiful Jessica Brown for more readings. Love you guys. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.